18 months ago. Didn't get a chance to do it. The roads were pretty well washed out due to all the rain and the snow they had that year. So we're going to try it this year, see how it goes. So far, Forest Service has reported no fire restrictions, no road closures, so should be a pretty good trip. Hopefully the weather holds out. Right now it's raining off and on. I'm just south of Pueblo, so we'll see how it goes. But just want to check in, let you know what's going on, and we will see you on down the road. Sunday morning, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all. We are on the road finally. Slept in a little bit this morning. Yesterday we drove all the way to Flagstaff. We were going to stop in Holbrook, but the hotel we were looking at was quite the dive, so we drove the extra hour and a half to get to Flagstaff. We're about 30 minutes from the trailhead. Heading down the road now to get to Schnebly Hill, which is a Badge of Honor trail. We're going to knock that out first thing, and then we're going to head south of Sedona to pick up Rim Road, get on the trail, and head to our first campsite. So that's pretty much what's going on. It's a nice day. It's in the 50s, sun shining, clear sky, so hopefully no rain today. Should be a good day. So anyway, we'll check back in once we get to the trail and get aired down and ready to go. Okay, we are at the start of Schnebly Hill, just aired down. Had a slight miscalculation there. I couldn't figure out what that squealing was when I started. It was my emergency brake wasn't all the way off. So anyway, we are heading down the trail now, and hopefully we get some good shots going down Schnebly Hill. We're all checked in for Badge of Honor trail, and yep, it ought to be a good one. We'll show you some clips as we go. Okay, well, we are at Schnebly Hill Vista. We're kind of stuck. There's a Sprinter van that tried to go down the trail and then turn around and come back up the trail, and they are blocking the trail. So we are pretty much done on this trail for the day. We're going to turn around and head back the other way and head to the campsite. All right, so we're still at Schnebly Hill Vista. It's been about an hour, hour and a half. Wrecker finally showed up to clear the Sprinter van that's blocking the trail. So I'm gonna spin around and get you a view of that. And see if I can zoom in for you. Maybe. No, maybe not. But as you can see, they got the entire trail blocked. The wrecker's there. Gonna try and get that thing cleared out, and then once that's cleared out, we're gonna try and continue on down the road. I don't know if you can see it. The bush might be in the way. There we go. On down this road, along that ridge line, and on around the bend. So we're gonna give it a shot once they clear this the Sprinter van out of the way, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll keep you posted.
Well, we finally made it to camp. It was a long day driving today. We did Schnebly Hill this morning. Had to wait for the Sprinter van to get unstuck and the tow truck to yank them out. And went a little bit longer to get to a spot after we entered the Coconino National Forest. But we found the spot here, and it was getting late, so we grabbed it. Not too shabby. We got the campfire going. Getting ready to have some kibasi and beans. Decent amount of deadwood around, so we should be good on firewood. Nice and quiet.
Okay, so here we are, night one. Let me get my glasses off. So we're going to do a little something different tonight. We'll try and do a fireside chat. We can talk about the drive today. It was pretty interesting. It was a lot more technical than I thought it was going to be. You know, it took us about 3.5 hours to get here, and we only thought it was going to take about an hour. So a lot of rock gardens that we crawled through, and pretty tore up trail, but it was a great ride. It was a great ride. So What I'll do is I'll do a walk around the campsite. You can kind of see how we're set up, and then after we eat, we'll set the camera up and we'll tell you all about it. So here we go for night one. So as you can see, there's 2 vehicles. The usual setup. It's starting to get dark, so I wanted to get this done before the light faded. And of course tonight is our world famous kielbasa and beans, as usual. And a lot of dead wood laying around, so sure we'll be good on firewood this trip. And there's my pooch for the night. And Mike got the new Zen bivvy going on. Curious to see how that's going to work out. But this was the first campsite with a fire pit we saw coming down this road, so we snagged it up. Pretty good site. It's quiet. I don't expect to see anybody or anything come through here tonight because you know, it was rough getting in here, so I don't believe that we're going to have any company. So you can see the sun's down over the horizon, and it's going to be dark here pretty soon. So we're gonna eat. We'll set up a light. We'll set the camera up, and we'll tell you about how our day went. All right, that's it for now. All right, we're going to test this out and see how it goes. Campfire chat. So we're going to do fireside chat with our makeshift studio lights. Hopefully that's working out while we wait for our water to boil to wash our dishes. It was a good run today. It was a lot rougher than...
You know, I think the Sprinter van getting stuck in the road set the tone.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that was interesting.
That started the day off. So we left in plenty of time. Figured we would have
hours
to piddle around and do this while it was still daylight. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. So Sprinter van was blocking the trail about 2 miles in.
Well, it was 6 miles off the highway, but it was just when the trail got like a trail and not a road. So, yeah, it was. So that put us about 3 hours behind, maybe 2.5.
Yeah, about that. And
tow truck came and jacked him up, and then he had to rig up a winch line to hold it so it didn't tip. And then he kind of guided the driver up, who was very had no business trying to drive a road like that whatsoever.
No,
unreal. Yeah.
I think what irritated me the most was, you know, we tried to help him and he wasn't interested in doing any work.
He wanted someone to come get him and take care of it.
Yeah.
And he didn't want anything to do with it. A rental with street tires.
Yeah.
But Schnebly Hill was fun. It was good. It was the views were incredible. Yeah, it was a good run.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad. I don't know. You know, they had a lot of full-size tacos and full-size that Ram that came up.
Yeah, the Ram came up.
And then the rental Jeep tours. I don't think they went all the way to the top though. I think they turned around somewhere.
Yeah, because we saw some of the same ones when we were.
Yeah, they were coming and going too fast.
But so then we aired up and left there, and it didn't take long. We got down into Sedona. Traffic was a nightmare.
Fortunately, we were going against the traffic and not going to town, because I can't imagine what town looked like, because I mean, each roundabout was backed up 40-50 cars.
Yeah, it was crazy. So then we got gas in Oak Village and got to the trailhead here. It was about
2:30. Yeah, and then it turned into an interesting run, I would say. It was kind of expecting a Forest Service road and ended up with some pretty rough terrain.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it wasn't 4 low or anything. It was, but it was bouncy. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, it was. It took us about 3.5 hours to get here, and first campsite we saw, pretty much we took.
Well, there were some campsites right when we entered, but that would not have worked.
No.
Yeah, it was too far. But we got a good chunk and you know, I imagine we were going to hit Sitgraves Apaches pretty quickly.
Yeah, we should be out of Coconino tomorrow into Apache Sitgreaves, and then probably won't hit New Mexico until, let's see, today's what, Sunday?
Today is Sunday.
So probably Tuesday before we hit New Mexico, late Tuesday or early Wednesday.
Well, the thing is, tomorrow we don't have to run very much. We can drive for a little bit and then find a spot, maybe actually eat some lunch and take our time set up. And
yeah, so we are still about 15 miles or so from our planned campsite. But by the time we got here, it was, like I said, it was already late. We were
yeah, I'm kind of reflecting on that route plan, and I think we only had 4 sites that we pinned, and we're doing what, 6 nights? So yeah, so we'll get a couple of them. So it's not that big.
Yeah, so we're good. But anyway, that was our day today. I won't run this too long because I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So this is a test. We'll see. We'll review it tomorrow. We'll see how it looks. But
the flashlight
media mod. But hopefully tomorrow we can do this in the daylight.
Yeah,
it will be much easier. But anyway, that's it for tonight.
Have a good night.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it is about 11:20. We're on the road heading to our next campsite. Had a really good night. Weather was nice, got down in the mid-40s, so it wasn't cold at all. Yeah, it was just a really nice night. That campsite worked out really well. We got up this morning early, had some coffee, got a little fire going, cooked some breakfast, so it was a good time. So now we got about 30 miles to go to our next site. It is probably going to take us most of the day. This road is pretty rough. We do have a little hardball to go on, so that's going to speed it along, but I will try and get some clips going down the road today, and we will check in with you a little bit later.
Okay, we are just off of Rim Road, night 2 for campground. My battery died for walk around on night 1. So we pulled into this site here, backed the Jeeps up. Nothing crazy on the run over here today. We got a late start as well.
What's that?
I am doing our camp walk around. He has put together the fire pit. The tents set up. And that's it.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
All right. So, well, here we are. Night 2.
Night 2.
Of our trip. It was an easy run today. As you notice, we're doing this in the daylight this time, so that worked out. But yeah, it was an easy run. We left, went through a few more rock gardens, got on hardball for 20 miles.
20 miles maybe.
And then picked up Rim Road, and now we're heading east on Rim Road, so we probably got about another day, maybe 2, before we get to Gila National Forest, and then a couple days in that forest, and then we'll be heading home. So it's a good day.
It was a good day. Forest Service roads here are great. Gravel, graded, 20 miles an hour.
Yep.
Can move pretty quick.
Tonight on the menu, we're going to do some Dutch oven cooking, which we won't film that, but unless it turns out, then I'll take a picture of it for you. But, it's hit or miss with the Dutch oven. Just depends. But
It's hot dogs on a stick.
Hot dogs on a stick. There you go. But weather's been holding out. What was that?
Good night last night. Didn't get too cold. Probably 39, 38.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all last night. Today it's been pretty warm all day long. I mean, it's mid-60s right now. Sun's low, so it's going to start cooling off pretty quick. But we pulled in probably 3:30.
Yeah, give or take.
And I think I got some clips of us pulling in, and we got set up about 4:30, and we've just been sitting around getting ready to get some coals going and make dinner. So, but yeah, it's been a good trip so far. Can't complain.
Yeah, great trip. Great trip. Yesterday was a long day.
Very long.
Ran a little bit longer than we expected. And today was right about plan, right? So,
yep.
Yeah, we found first offshoot road we looked at. There was nothing up there. They were doing some logging. The road was closed about 6 miles up. And then the next road was this one, and we found this spot. Works out pretty good. We had to rebuild the fire pit. And but other than that, yeah, it's right on schedule. Fuel's good.
Mosquitoes are horrendous right now. I can tell you that.
We got a little pond behind us. We're thinking we may see some wildlife. Who knows? But it's definitely a breeding ground for mosquitoes. You can see them all flying around.
Yep. So, but that's day 2. Like I said, we got some clips on the trail. Should be some pretty good ones for the video.
The bumper cam came out pretty good.
Bumper cam. I got the roof rack cam. So between the two, it should be pretty good.
Some different angles instead of just hood shots.
Yeah, exactly. So. But that's pretty much it for this evening. Unless something happens, we'll get back with you. But for now, we're going to start prepping dinner and get some coals going and have some pork medallions and apples for chow tonight. So
I'm excited.
Ought to be a good one. All right, well, that's it for now. We'll see you guys later.
Later.
All right, I'm good when you are. All right. All right, we are off again. It is morning 3. Had a great night last night. Had some awesome food in the Dutch oven. Got probably about a 40-ish or so mile run today. We'll see how far we get. It's mostly forest road, so it's graded gravel. It'll be a pretty easy run. But yeah, so weather's great, everything's holding out good, so we will check in with you later on down the trail. For a few minutes, Mike's going to take a few pictures, so I'll let you see the view here. It is just amazing running along this rim. If I can walk without tripping. It's I tried to get some pictures of it while we were driving. I don't know if it came out real well. So now that we're stopped, I can walk over to the edge of Mogollon Rim and let you see what we've been driving by for the last day and a half now. Just absolutely stunning. So the road came in along that ridge, through them trees, and dumped out there. And it's a pretty significant drop here. Let's get a little closer without going for a tumble. There we go. You can see it's quite a high ridge that we're running across. And the views are just amazing. It's just crazy to see this. And we've been driving along this rim for, well, since early yesterday. And we've got quite a ways to go. Probably another day to 2 days running along this ridge line. So, more to follow. Like I said, we'll stop and get clips of the scenery whenever we can so you can see it. And hopefully you'll get a feel for what we're looking at. All right, that's it for now. We're going to jump back in the Jeeps and head down the road, and we'll catch up with you in a few.